Most people think gossip is one of humanity's worst habits. It's petty, it's mean, it's a waste of time. And if you've ever been told not to gossip, you've probably heard the same message. Mind your own business. But what if gossip isn't a flaw in human nature? What if gossip is actually one of the reasons humans became the most successful species on Earth? Because as strange as it sounds, your ancestors may have survived because they gossiped. And by the end of this video, you might never look at gossip the same way again. Imagine you're living 50,000 years ago. There's no internet, no books, no newspapers, no police, no government databases. You live in a small tribe surrounded by danger. Food is scarce. Predators are everywhere. And survival depends on the people around you. Now imagine meeting someone you've never met before. How do you know if they're trustworthy? How do you know if they share food? How do you know if they steal? How do you know if they abandon people when things get difficult? You can't read their mind. You can't check their social media. You can't run a background check. The only way to know is through information from other people. And that's where gossip comes in. Today, when we hear the word gossip, we usually imagine people spreading rumors, talking behind someone's back, discussing celebrity scandals, or sharing embarrassing stories. But anthropologists define gossip much more broadly. Gossip is simply information about other people, who they are, what they've done, whether they can be trusted, whether they cooperate, whether they're dangerous. In other words, gossip is social information. And for ancient humans, social information was as important as food. Because making the wrong social decision could get you killed. Think about it. If someone repeatedly stole food from the tribe, wouldn't you want to know? If someone had a history of abandoning hunting groups, wouldn't you want that information? If someone was violent or unpredictable, wouldn't it be useful to hear about it before trusting them? The people who paid attention to these social signals made better decisions. And better decisions often meant better chances of survival. Over thousands of generations, human brains became extremely interested in information about other humans. Not because we're nosy, because for most of history that information mattered. A lot. And this creates a strange question. If gossip is supposedly useless, why does everyone do it? Every culture gossips. Every society gossips. Children gossip. Teenagers gossip. Adults gossip. Even people who claim they hate gossip often end up sharing information about other people. It's one of the most universal human behaviors ever observed. When scientists see something that appears in nearly every culture on Earth, they start asking a different question. Not why does it exist, but what purpose does it serve? And that's where the story becomes really interesting. For years, scientists wondered how humans managed to form such large social groups. Our primate relatives provide an important clue. Chimpanzees and other primates spend enormous amounts of time grooming each other. They pick dirt from fur, clean each other, maintain social bonds. Grooming isn't just about hygiene. It's about friendship, trust, cooperation, social connection. But grooming has a problem. It's slow. You can only groom 1 or 2 individuals at a time. That works for a group of 20. It doesn't work for a group of 100. Or 150. And human groups became much larger. So humans needed a new way to maintain social bonds. Faster way. A more scalable way. Then language arrived. And suddenly something incredible happened. Instead of grooming 1 person at a time, humans could talk to many people at once. Instead of exchanging touches, they exchanged information. And much of that information was about other people. In a sense, gossip became social grooming. A way to strengthen relationships without physically grooming each other. This is the point where most people experience a paradigm shift. Because gossip isn't merely talking about people. It's a mechanism for maintaining social networks. When 2 people discuss someone they both know, they're sharing information. But they're also strengthening their own connection. They're establishing common knowledge, common values, common expectations. They're building trust. The conversation isn't only about the third person. It's also about the relationship between the two people talking. And suddenly gossip starts looking less like a bug in human behavior and more like a feature. But if gossip is so useful, why does it feel good? Why do people enjoy hearing social information? Why do scandals spread so quickly? Why can a celebrity rumor travel around the world in hours? The answer lies inside your brain. Human brains are prediction machines. We're constantly trying to understand the people around us. Who's trustworthy? Who's powerful? Who's lying? Who's helping? Who's cheating? Any information that helps answer those questions has value. And when your brain encounters valuable information, it rewards you for paying attention. That's why social information can feel surprisingly interesting. Your brain evolved in a world where understanding people was essential for survival. The same system that once helped your ancestors navigate tribal relationships now gets activated by celebrity drama and internet controversies. The environment changed. The brain didn't. But there's another side to this story. Because every powerful tool can also become dangerous. Gossip can spread useful information, but it can also spread false information. A tribe could protect itself by sharing warnings about dangerous individuals. But innocent people could also have their reputations destroyed. The same system that promotes cooperation can become a weapon. Rumors, slander, false accusations. These are not new problems. They've probably existed for as long as language itself. And that's why nearly every culture developed rules about honesty and reputation. Humans needed gossip, but they also needed ways to control its destructive potential. Now let's bring this story into the modern world. Your ancestors lived in tribes of maybe 50 to 150 people. Today, you can hear news about millions of strangers. Actors, athletes, politicians, influencers, people you'll never meet. Yet your brain treats much of that information as if it belongs to your tribe. That's why people become emotionally invested in celebrity relationships. Why internet drama spreads so quickly. Why social media feels impossible to ignore. Your ancient social instincts are operating in a modern environment they were never designed for. The machinery is ancient. The scale is new. So, do humans love gossip because we're shallow? Because we're cruel? Because we're wasting time? Not exactly. The truth is much stranger. For most of human history, gossip was one of the most important survival tools ever created. It helped people identify trustworthy allies, avoid dangerous individuals, enforce social norms, build friendships, maintain cooperation, and hold communities together. In many ways, gossip helped transform small groups of primates into large, complex human societies. So the next time you hear a piece of gossip, remember this. You're participating in a behavior that's tens of thousands of years old. A behavior that helped shape civilizations. A behavior that may have helped your ancestors survive long enough for you to exist. What seems like idle chatter today may actually be one of humanity's oldest social technologies.